Howdy folks, it's your old pal Magnus Booner. If you like beer, food, travel, and the outdoors, smack the subscribe button for me so you don't miss any of my epic videos. In this video, we're going to do a gear review for the Stanley Adventure Boil plus Brew French Press. Roll that intro! Okay, before we start reviewing this thing, really quick, I want to mention Santiam Outdoors. Go check them out. This is their address. So the other day, I happened to find myself in a Walmart, not a place I usually shop, but I had time to kill. And I found this thing on the shelf. Now normally, when I find a piece of gear like this that I know is made in China, even though Stanley has a good reputation, I pick it up and I check out these welds. I pull on the handles, I twist them, I see if I can break it. If I can break it, I put it back on the shelf, I grab another one, and I see if I can break it. If I can't, I buy it. Well, I tested every one on the shelf, and old Stanley has some pretty good quality control because I didn't break any of them. So let's get this thing unpacked. I think the lid comes off. There it is. It's designed so you can nest some things inside of it. What I do whenever I'm making coffee in the woods is I will pre-grind it at home, and then I'll put it in a little bag. And of course I weigh it out with a gram scale because I'm not a savage. Nested inside here, I got my coffee cup, and I got my camp stove. This just comes apart. They've got two nice rubber gaskets on here and a nice screen. And they tell me this plastic is BPA-free and won't give me cancer. This thing is 32 ounces. I suspect it's actually 34 ounces, or 1 liter. But regardless, we weighed out 55 grams of this coffee today. The way this is designed with this plastic sleeve will provide some insulation. But of course, I think I'm smarter than everybody else. So I took some of this foil bubble wrap and some Gorilla Tape, cut a couple notches in it, made a little custom koozie. So after I'm done brewing, my coffee stays warm. The French press is my favorite way of brewing coffee. I actually own 3 of them, this being the 3rd. I've got a nice stainless insulated one I use on the weekends. I've got a little glass single serve one, and now I've got this. And apparently I take coffee pretty serious, because then I have 2 other brewing apparatuses. I have one of those Italian Mocha Express pots, and then I also have an AeroPress that my friend Busy bought me for my birthday. But regardless, the French press is still my go-to method for brewing coffee. This is my MSR stove. There'll be a link for it down there in the description box. And I'll also have a link for one of these French presses. When you click those links and make a purchase, I get a little kickback from Amazon, so please do that for me. So there's a fill line on here. We'll fill it with water to there. Alright, while we're waiting for this to come up on a boil, I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. It's made out of 18/8 stainless steel. Essentially, that's the same as 304 stainless. It just happens to be dishwasher safe. Not that there's a dishwasher out here. Without the koozie, it weighs 15.1 ounces, which is 428 grams for the rest of the world. With my custom koozie, it weighs 17.78 ounces, or 504 grams for the rest of the world. It took that maybe 5 to 10 minutes to come up on a full rolling boil. Alright, now that we're up for a full rolling boil, we're going to take this off the heat. So the rule with coffee brewing is you never boil coffee. So with a French press, you always bring it to a boil, then you take it off the heat. It'll cool down to about 203 degrees Fahrenheit. Now we'll give that a little stir. We'll set this in here. We'll orientate the pour spout away from the handles. That's key. Push that down just a skosh so that it submerges the coffee. Put the lid on it. Then we'll put the whole thing in our koozie. Now we're going to set a timer for 4 minutes. The key with the French press is that you steep it in between 4 and 5 minutes. Alright, it's been 4 minutes. Let's press this out. There it is. It's key that you have that centered correctly or you'll make a mess. Ooh, that thing did a good job of keeping that warm. I will tell you what. That is some nice hot coffee. That is a handy little French press and does a great job. It weighs just enough that I don't think I would take it backpacking unless I was going backpacking with a couple other coffee drinkers. Then it would make sense. If I was just going by myself, I would use that Starbucks instant coffee, or I'd brew one of my favorite delicacies, Czech, Turecka kava. Turecka kava. I think I'm saying that right. It means Turkish coffee. I got a link right here for a video on how to do that. Don't forget to subscribe. Find me on Instagram. This is my Instagram handle. I'm on Twitter. This is my Twitter handle. And you can find me on Facebook. I'm Magnus Booner. Share this with your friends, family, neighbors, everybody. And we'll be bringing you another epic video real soon.